Hello everybody, Basic Ollie here, hope you're all doing well. Welcome back to another episode of This Week on iRacing, the series that gives you all the information about the upcoming races before they appear on the UI, or you just can't be bothered to read the PDF. That tells you what the upcoming races are. That's where I come in. So let's talk about IMSA first, as we always do in this series. Now do remember that this season, very much for the title and the thumbnail, it's 24-hour season, and it's the first 24-hour of season. And we're going to go to Fuji. So IMSA Open, Fixed, and the Global Endurance Series, or Global Endurance Tour now, I believe. They are all heading, as well as LMP2 Fixed and the Prototype Fixed Series, they're all heading to Fuji this week. Now, this is a strange one for me because I really don't know how this is going to play. I don't know how this is going to go down. I don't know what participation levels are going to be like for the Open, the Fixed, or the 24-hour. I'm genuinely kind of baffled with this one. Fuji doesn't get the highest participation in the world. It's not the worst track, although the last sector can burn in hell as far as I'm concerned. But it's pretty decent for multi-class racing, if you ask me. It's wide enough, it's got a long straight, and there are plenty of moves for GTPs and LMP2s to take out GT3s. So it's all good in my eyes. Sorry, GT3 drivers. Yeah, it's a pretty good multi-class track, but I honestly, I've got no idea. If people are going to partake in the 24-hour race this weekend, I think they're probably going to do the 8 AM BST one. If I was going to do it, it's probably the one I would aim for. It doesn't take up your weekend then. It will just take up your Saturday, and then you've got all of your Sunday really to go with. That's if you're based in the UK or your whatnot. So, yeah. Probably go for the 8 AM slot. I think the 7 PM BST slot will be a little bit quieter. From my experience, when I've done these 24-hour races in this series, the evening slot is always the quietest, and nobody does the Sunday slot because no one wants to be racing in the Monday. So I think if you're going to do it, do the morning slot. Now, no rain to worry about in the 24-hour or the Fixed, but there is a 27% chance of rain in the Open. So do keep that in mind. There is a chance. Now, because there's a chance of rain in the Open, again, that will affect participation. There are people that actively avoid series that do have a chance of rain. So it's one of those where it's like, it could be popular because it's a 24-hour and people want to do prep and see what it's like, but it could also be quite dead because it's got a chance of rain and it's Fuji. So I've got no idea with this one. I'm sorry, I've got no idea. Track temp will be low 20 degrees because it starts like first thing in the morning, so you don't need to worry about your track temp. But if you are doing a 24-hour race, interested to see where the track temperature will go. I don't actually think it will get too hot, if I'm being honest with you. And I think sunset will be relatively early. So if you're doing a 24-hour race, I think the sunset will be quite early this time of year. So, yeah, best luck to anybody who's doing a 24-hour race. I'm still undecided. I don't think we'll do it, but maybe, you know, it's a 24-hour race. Hard for me to resist, but we'll find out. Anyways, that's the IMSA stuff for you. Let's move on to the next couple of series, shall we? Okay, up next, let's talk about the GT Sprint, the GT Fixed, and the GT Endurance, because it's going to one of the most popular tracks on the service. And that track, of course, is Le Mans. Now, this track is quite deadly in GT3s because all the downforce is basically stripped, so it makes it very, very difficult in high-speed corners like the Porsche curves. But regardless of that, it's still very, very popular to all the iRacers out there because everybody pretty much owns this track. It's a very popular track, and everybody owns a GT3 as well, it seems to be these days. GT3s are just so incredibly popular. So you add all that together, then you have a very, very popular series for the week. So rain-wise, you don't have to worry about it in the Open and Fixed, but if you are planning to do the 3-hour this weekend instead of the 24-hour, you may have to keep an eye on the sky because there is a 32% chance of rain for this one, boys and girls. So do keep an eye out for that. Could make things very spicy indeed. I did a race, a 3-hour race here a couple of seasons ago where it started in the rain and then it dried out pretty quickly, but it was a lot of fun. It was true chaos. It really, really was. but if you survive, you're guaranteed to get a good result, in my opinion. So do keep an eye on that. Now, in-game start time, I believe, is at 7:45 p.m. So it's going to be in the evening. It's going to be dark. It will get even darker because it's just gone past sunset, I do believe. So, yeah, it's only going to get darker in the race. But, yeah, should be a lot of fun, in my opinion. Track temperature as well, because it's so late in the day. It's going to be very, very low. My testing, I've had about 20 degrees, 19 degrees, so track temp should be low. So might help with those super low downforce setups and kind of just help the car not lose the rear or any sort of traction as you're going through the Porsche curves. But yeah, GT Sprint Open, GT3 Fixed and Endurance all going to lemons. It will be popular. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, fingers crossed if you do take part in it, then may the Porsche curves be forever in your favour. Let's move on to another series, shall we? Okay, next up, let's talk about the LMP3s and GT4s, shall we? So we've got the Sports Car Challenge, the LMP3 Fixed and the GT4 Fixed. This week they are going to Indianapolis, the road course, I assume, because we basically just had the Indy 6-hour IRL in IMSA. So, I don't know, kind of makes sense for it to go there this week. Just try it out and something a little bit different. But yeah, LMP3s, GT4s, they're going to go to Indy Road Course. Now, the Falcon Sports Car Challenge, the multi-class series, no rain to worry about in that. The LMP3 Fixed series, no rain to worry about that either. And also, the GT4 series, no weather to worry about that as well. So no chance of rain in any of them. So if you're worried about the rain, have no fear. You don't need to panic at all this week if you're into your GT4s and LMP3s. Now, I do also believe the GT4 and TCR Endurance Series is also at this track this week. And shock horror, there's no chance of rain, so you really don't have to worry about it. Track temperature-wise, you're looking about mid to high 20 degrees Celsius. And in-game start time as well. What do I have that as? So I've got the in-game start time as 12 p.m, so right in the middle of the day. So again, you'll be fine. No transition to worry about. Track temperature might go up a little bit, but nothing major. The races aren't really long enough unless you do the 2-hour, and even then, I don't think it will go up much at all. So yeah, if you're a big fan of the GT4s, which I'm trying to get into this season, I've actually really been enjoying it as well. We don't talk about the 4-hour endurance race I tried to do this weekend at the Nürburgring in a GT4. We don't talk about that. But yeah, no, the GT4s, a lot of fun this season. They have been updated, and in my opinion, they're a lot better. And I'm starting to enjoy them, so you will catch me here this week when I'm streaming, doing a few races at the Indy course in the GT4s. Although I do imagine that the LMP3s here will be bloody magnificent as well, so I may have to give that a spin as well. So yeah, anyways, right, let's move on to the next load of series, shall we? All right, let's start looking at some of the other series, shall we? As there's quite a few to cover, so we'll try and just give a brief overview of what's coming up this week. So we'll start with the Advanced Mazdas. Where are they heading to next week? They're going to a track that I can never pronounce and I'm scared to do. So yeah, you probably won't catch me there if I'm being completely honest with you. Supercars, you are off to Mount Panorama. So yes, that will be popular indeed. Legends, where are you off to? You're off to COTA, the West layout. Production Car Challenge, always so popular. So you're going to go to the new track for this season, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, that is going to be interesting to see. That's kind of a bit of a funky layout as well, where it cuts out that section of the track completely. So, yeah, that is going to be that's going to be an interesting one. The Global Sports Car Challenge, that is going to the Nürburgring Combined, so that might be fairly popular. I hope it is. I always like driving those cars, but never really do. Mustang Challenge, again, is going to the new track. I feel like that's going to happen a lot this week. Soccer, you're going to Gilles Villeneuve for that one, or Soccer, SCCA, I should say. TCRs, I think. Oh, you're going to go Indianapolis. Okay, I was going to thought it was going to be a new track there, but it is not. It is not. It's going to Indianapolis. That kind of makes sense because of where the GT4s are and the LMP3s are going, of course. Porsche Cup Cars, you're going to go to Algarve this week. Algarve, okay, lovely stuff. The GT3 Tour, so Asia, Suzuka. So you're going to go do the Suzuka circuit for that. The Americas, Road America, very fitting, very fitting. Goes with the series title, very nice there. The European series, that's going to go to Mugello. So that's going to go to Mugello for that one. Ringmeisters. Now, Ringmeister, it is GT3, so that, again, will be very popular. I've always stated I think Ringmeister should be kind of for the less popular cars because it just makes for some fun combos. But GT3 is Nürburgring. It will be popular. It really, really will. So do keep an eye out for that, and it will be good if you need to increase your SR. It's always great for SR, is the old Ringmeister, and I don't see that being an exception this week. Oh, Radicals. Okay, you guys are going to the Nürburgring Nordschleife, so hopefully that helps with participation. Now, again, I'll be honest with you, I did have a brief look. Now, you've got the Super Formula Lights. They are going to the Autodromo Jimenez Rodriguez. They're going there. And also the F3s are going there as well. So I feel like if you are a Formula Car driver and you don't have the new track, you might struggle a little bit. You might have to find yourself in some of the less popular Formula series. Now, the F4 fixed, that is going to Monza. Always chaotic. I love that. I love that. F4 at Monza. I don't know. For me, I love it. It's just great. It really is. F4 Europe, you're going to go to Zandvoort. The Asia series for the F4, you're going to go to Fuji. And the America series of the F4, you're going to go to Indianapolis. So if you've got, I feel like if you've got Indianapolis and if you've got the new Mexican Grand Prix track, you're kind of sorted this week. But if you don't have those, you might struggle a little bit. So just an FYI, if you're going to buy some tracks at some point or this week, maybe look at those two. And then Oval, I had a quick look at this as well, and it seems to be that all the series this week are all going to Kansas. I don't know how popular of a track Kansas is. I feel like it's fairly popular. So yeah, every series like the Trucks or the Next Gens or NIS or even Xfinity series as well, they are all going Kansas. But overall, there's quite a few series I'd like to do this week. I have to say, I'm interested in the IMSA. I'm interested in GT Sprint. I'm interested in the Falcon stuff and the GT4s. And some of the open wheel stuff does intrigue me a little bit. There's a 24-hour this weekend. So overall, I think it's a fairly solid week, to be honest. Plenty of stuff to do, in my opinion. But I do think if you do not have Indianapolis or the new Mexican Grand Prix track, you will struggle a little bit. So if you can and you can afford it, I'd definitely invest in those two tracks. Anyways, listen, basically it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, please leave a like, subscribe on the way out, and I'll catch you for next week's episode. Have a lovely week. Catch you for the next one. Ta-da.